Freeman who ends up keeping Edson Alvarez onside. A little bit of hesitation on the ball in the U.S. drop, and as the first flick comes, it's Edson Alvarez who continues his run, gambles, and it's a good header. I mean, it's just a couple of yards out, nothing Matt Freese could do, but you just saw there the hesitation as Mexico faked when they were initially going to play that ball in, and it just gets Alex Freeman to drop a touch too early. It's such a hard thing to do, to hold your line, to try to draw guys into an offside position, but the ball was actually under a hit. It's a good header from Vasquez to keep that play alive, just doing enough to recycle the second ball. U.S. scored on a set piece, now Mexico have done the same. They've got the lead. U.S. have to dig deep here to try to get themselves back into this game.
Mexico's 5th set-piece goal of this tournament, more than any team. Mexico's 8th second-half goal of this tournament, more than any team. Damian Downs out from the late Tillman. U.S. trailed against Costa Rica, ended up getting a 2-2 draw and winning the ensuing penalty shootout. Jack McGlynn is going to be coming on in a moment. Edson Alvarez scored the first goal of the entire tournament just over 3 weeks ago in Los Angeles. He's hoping he scored the last goal of the entire tournament here in Houston in the final. He's hoping it's a winning goal for Mexico to go back-to-back as Gold Cup champions. The United States with 10 minutes plus stoppage time to do something about it. McGlynn will be on to the next opportunity. Diego Luna comes to get it. Talked about watching these games, the child, his excitement to be playing in them now. At the age of 21, can he have a moment? In for Tillman. Patrick Archibald 1v3. Got back to it. Tillman knocks it down. Luna was trying to play to the far side. Ruiz blocked it. Adams recycles for Arston. Tyler Adams. Kind of got in his way. Luna's got it now. Nowhere to go. Arston once again. Luna. Like the right angle for Arston to continue his run cleanly. Diego Luna once more. A little shimmy, didn't have the right angle to play in for Tillman. Jimenez intercepted. Pineda felt the contact from Adams, wins a free kick, and he's going to take every second he can, and he very acrobatically leaps up off the ground. Tyler Adams' night is done.
Here's the VAR decision. Look at the right leg of Alex Freeman. So Edson Alvarez was onside. As much as the U.S. are not going to like that. Tyler Adams showing his frustration and probably not just coming out of the game, but the way the game has gone. We'll see if this U.S. team, we talked a lot about the mentality, we talked a lot about the fight that this group has shown throughout the tournament, how they've grown. This is going to tell you a lot about what the future might hold over this next 9 minutes if some of these players can dig deep and find a way to level this and take it to extra time.
Vega spins around, Berholt around the outside, cuts it back, and alert was Damian Downs. Job not done, Tillman rising up to win the header. McGlynn trying to play the outlet for Archibald and sliced into the stands. Time becomes a factor, game management becomes a factor. There's perhaps no team on earth better at game management with a lead than Mexico historically. An announced crowd of just shy of 71,000. Santiago Jimenez, so it's given away by the U.S. off the throw, and Alvarado puts it wide. Matt Freese wants the ball. He's got a ball right next to him. Alvarado now is going to go down. Santiago Jimenez, who scored the winning goal of the final 2 years ago, he and Cesar Huerta will be coming on, and for Mexico to slow it down more, take some more time as Everts up to the referee Mario Escobar to add in the appropriate amount of stoppage time. This is the right that Mexico earned by coming from behind to take the lead. Jimenez the tying goal in minute number 27, smashing it right into your living room. 10th career Gold Cup goal, the 6th man in the history of this tournament to reach double digits. The assumption is that he's going to be the player coming off here, that he didn't make the sub yet. Brendan Aronson is going to be coming on. John Tolkien's going to be coming on. Kitchen sink time for the men of the United States. Tim Ream again for Arston, trying to hook it along for Anjumong. Anjumong's going to get there in the end. Patrick Anjumong in for Max Arston. Patrick Anjumong into the box. Anjumong to the byline. It's tackled away by Edson Alvarez. The game-winning goal scorer as it stands. And then Jorge Sanchez plays it out.
That might change Mexico's thinking here on the sub. Great defending. The man who gave Mexico the lead, Edson Alvarez, back defending in his own box. Has Anjumong taking him on, trying to take him to the end line. Had to be precise. Absolutely was.
It will be Raul Jimenez, goal 43 of his Mexico career, honored his former teammate, the late Diogo Jota, in the celebration. His number is put up. Alexis Vega is the other whose number is up. Mexico will make 3 substitutions. There's all manner of chaos right now, and you can see it because the wrong number was put up. Israel Reyes is preparing to come on. Raul Jimenez will get a lovely parting gift for his evening. It's a yellow card for time wasting. Sanchez has his number put up, and again, this is up to Mario Escobar now to add in the appropriate amount of time. But Mexico have earned the right to do this by making the plays that they have that come from behind and take the lead. Santi Jimenez is on. Scored the only goal of the game against Panama in the last final of the Gold Cup 2 years ago. Reyes is on for Sanchez. It'll be Max Arston who makes way for John Tolkien. Still Cesar Huertas trying to get on the field for Mexico. It'll be Alvarado coming off for him.
But as you said, important to check the clock. We're about 86 minutes here. The time that was going to be added, I would imagine, would be substantially more after all the miscommunication, all the extras on the subs here.
You would hope. It's not an exact science.
Yeah,
we find that all the time.
Yep.
At the end of the day, it's why you have to make the plays in the 90 minutes and not beg for help 90 plus. So Aronson is on for Luna. Diego Luna frustrating. He didn't have a moment in this special opportunity. Here we go finally. Tillman off the long throw. Richards is up. It's knocked down. Aronson and Downs had the shot blocked. Freeman first. A loose ball under hits the pass. McGlynn's going to get there. Stabs it in. Aronson couldn't control. And it's cleared out. Is it off Aronson? It is. The clearance from Vasquez. And it's out for a Mexico throw. And yet more time they can take off this clock. Minutes away from becoming the first team to go back-to-back as Gold Cup champions since Mexico themselves in 2011. The United States team that has felt so good about the work that they have done, how they've turned around not just the results, but the public perception of the team in the last 3 weeks. And they find a moment to extend this game, send it to extra time. Richards, Berhalter mishits it. It's going to be out for a Mexico throw. More time they can take off the clock.
Huh?
This is Gallardo. Appearance 109 of his Mexico career. He knows how to play this moment. Drop it in. It's hooked along. Santi Jimenez goes to ground. U.S. buzzing around. They finally come out of there with the ball. Aronson, that's going to be a foul. Free kick, United States. Back where Aronson was chopped down. Again, Mexico will take their time getting this ball back to the appropriate spot.
This is where you rely a lot on your strikers. Santi Jimenez is down now.
Jimenez has only just come onto the game.
Yeah. Oh, his finger. Oh, boy. Yep. Ouch. Wow.
U.S. players are upset. They feel this is time wasting. Obviously, they've not seen what we and all of you have seen. Mario Escobar, the referee, saying, calm down. I've got it. I've got it. Might want to avert your eyes, some of you.
In there straight away. It's this left hand gets tangled up with Chris Richards, and whether it comes from the two of them jostling or when he hits the ground, either way, that didn't look good.
So the medical training staff is out to attend Santiago Jimenez. Edson Alvarez. The game-winning goal as it stands. Flipped by Cesar Montes. The positioning of Alex Freeman to hold him onside. It took VAR to give the goal. Mexico's fans celebrating once the goal was given correctly. Originally being ruled offside. It was on this field a year ago. Edson Alvarez suffered an injury at Mexico's opener at Copa America, and it was part of what derailed Mexico last summer. It's part of what led to the coaching change that brought Javier Aguirre back in charge. Alvarez, it was a frustrating night for him, frustrating night for Mexico, but with Aguirre now, and with a healthy Edson Alvarez, who's played every minute, they are minutes away from asserting and confirming themselves as the kings of CONCACAF, not just back-to-back Gold Cup champions, but for the first time, they won the Nations League title in March, a title which had been held exclusively by the United States since being introduced just after the pandemic. And let's see what numbers coming up for stoppage time as we continue on here. Mexico are going to play with 10, with Jimenez now back on the field.
And the point I was about to get to before we saw that image,
10 minutes.
Jimenez was, you start to rely, and that's just a silly foul to give away from Gallardo because you give a free kick. Because I was going to say, in 7 minutes is what we're going to get added as of now, as Freeman is still down, by the way, over by the ad boards after that challenge from Gallardo. But you need guys that are big up front, that can win the first ball, and you're trying to play on the second ball on the knockdown. Bodies in and around the box, you're trying to create chaos. Especially from a position like this. Now, McGlynn, I would imagine, is going to take this one with his left foot.
Freeman's still struggling. It's not much further away from where Berhalter had the assist in the opening moments. It's going to be rolled square to Tillman. Tillman back out to Jack McGlynn. Can they get service into the bodies that are up there? No, it's going to be blocked. And in the end, trying to reshuffle and resort Mexico's defensive setup ended up backfiring. Now Tim Ream, last man back. Ream will clip it long. Towns trying to get there. He might. Ajamong trying to get in. Ajamong popped in the air. It's partially cleared by Vasquez. Ruiz gets it wide. Ajamong down behind the play. Scrambled out. And the U.S. creating chaos.
Well, they did, and it was a great ball from Tim Ream. As Downs is turning, I think he loses the ball for a second. I believe he would have been kicked onside by Gallardo at the top, and he ends up leaving it for Ajamong, who tries to cut it inside and does, and then ends up missing the full contact on the ball and makes it an easy save for Malagon. What a chance.
I mean, Marcus Malagon's second save, and the first one was off his face.
He did initially well, Ajamong to evade the first challenge, but then misses the strike on the ball to put a real strike on goal.
5 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Can the U.S. create another chance like that long ago? Santi Jimenez timed his run perfectly, brings it down on Ream, who gets a foot in to block it. Comfortable catch for Matt Freese. Throws it out for Brendan Aronson. Tolkien out wide for support. We'll drop it back in for Sebastian Berhalter. 5 minutes at a minimum here for the United States to scramble a tying goal and force extra time. Jack McGlynn of the Houston Dynamo now, here in Houston. Long switch to the near side for John Tolkien. Tolkien trying to dance his way around and ends up drawing 2 for company. Berhalter, Ruiz, just a great step and a great tackle by Ruiz. Better intention to get there than Malik Tillman. And now Vega from Mexico as they try to take off this time. Pineda lost his footing there. U.S. have it back. 4 minutes to go. Back in for McGlynn. Berhalter back for Chris Richards. His goal 3 minutes and 31 seconds in.
You're trying to find the right type of angle to put a good ball into the box, but you've got to just keep peppering the ball up to Ajamong and Downs and hope that stuff happens with their big bodies challenging up against the center backs, even from this type of range, like you saw that ball from Ream.
Ream will carry forward now. Doesn't have any option, doesn't have a lot of movement. Back for Chris Richards. Sebastian Berhalter had the assist to Richards on that goal that gave the U.S. the early lead. Tim Ream, short for Tillman. It's just kind of going back and forth here. And then it's given away. The long switch attempt for Freeman, well read by Alexis Vega, and he's going to run for daylight. McGlynn there to slow him up. Back in for Pineda. Mexico will try to keep this ball as long as they can. Pineda from Vega, 2 longtime veterans. Berhalter trips them up. Free kick, Mexico. 3 minutes to play.
Well, that's the experience of a player right there that has played in these types of games and moments. Another look at that chance. Ajimon was stretching for it. And just can't get enough contact on it between the 2 Mexican defenders to either lift the ball over Malagon, who came out and was low, or to poke it past him to the far post. But Mexico are just going to try and keep this ball in the corner and keep winning throw-ins, keep milking seconds off the clock, and run this game down. But that's why I just get a little frustrated. It's difficult, but just put the ball in the mixer. Try to force something to happen. Instead, the U.S. were waiting for the perfect pass, and they turned the ball over and have allowed Mexico to really push up into their end and take important seconds off the clock.
And again, this is what they've earned, the opportunity to do so. Coming from behind, Raul Jimenez, the tying goal. Edson Alvarez, as it stands, the winning goal. Santi Jimenez, Harris intercepts. What can the U.S. do now? Berhalter, it's not a foul, it's a giveaway. It's Huerta, it's right at freeze. 5th save for him. Trying to go full CJ Stroud and fires it out for McLean. Back for Berhalter, up the channel for Downs. Back inside, it was behind Freeman. It was bottom a second time. U.S. have numbers and what a big tackle by Cesar Montes at the edge of the box to take it away from Alex Freeman. And then Chris Richards commits a foul. No, it's going to be a throw-in for Mexico. But Cesar Montes can celebrate this.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's the little moments in games like this in a final that make the big difference. The set piece being marginally onside for Edson Alvarez, the last-ditch tackle from Alvarez, and then now Montes, as Alex Freeman was breaking away. The U.S. had 3 players in the attack there, but just a big-time tackle in the back to put out what looked like a moment the U.S. were maybe going to create something.
And then Berhalter can't keep it in play, and Mexico with about 60 seconds left to take off this clock, to go back-to-back as champions of the Gold Cup, to win their first competitive match against the United States in 6 years. Pineda driving inside. Aaron Singh can't prevent the corner, and that might just be it. And the Mexico fans know it here in Houston.
Faltan 40 segundos.
This incredible journey by this group of players brought together really for the first time at the beginning of June. They got to the final step. It's not free to Vega. Trying to Tillman couldn't do anything with it. Vega now back to the outside. Still in play. It's a U.S. throw. Do they have time enough to get it upfield? Mexico's bench was screaming for a final whistle. Final chance for the U.S. Matt Freese out for Tim Ream. Ream goes long. Downs waiting for it, throws a body in, a slip there. Anderson trying to play in for Downs. And then Downs takes a hard kick. That's it! Final whistle. Mexico back to back at the CONCACAF Gold Cup.
Ya le pongo extra. Ex.